What's going on everyone, and welcome to Stuttering Leo. My name is Leo and I have a stutter. So in this video I asked the famous ChatGPT artificial intelligence platform that's been going crazy. It's basically, if you don't know, it's basically a pretty advanced artificial intelligence um, an artificial intelligence chat bot that's really human-like. It's very quick to perform. It's very knowledgeable on pretty much all the subjects you can think of, and I'm sure you have because it's been kind of trending right now, and it looks like the future is going down the AI route. It's something I personally am interested in, and I have used Chat GPT quite often, and I have to say, I am very impressed. Some of the questions and some of the requests that I've asked it to actually perform have come back pretty they come back pretty well. Like, for example, I asked Chat GPT to kind of take that contains meat and make it vegan, and within a second it provided the answer. But anyway, that's just a very small example of what it can do. It can do a lot more. And then I thought, hang on, why don't I ask Chat GPT, how can I cure my stutter? And of course, ChatGPT responded. And here is what he had to say. Stuttering is a complex speech disorder that can be challenging to treat. However, there are several effective approaches that can help reduce or eliminate stuttering, including, and then it gave a list of 5 different approaches that someone who stutters can take to help reduce their stutter. And I'm going to go for each one and just see if they are effective and if I have personally used it as a way to reduce my stutter. So let's start with approach number 1, which is speech therapy. So ChatGPT says a speech language therapist can work with you to develop strategies for speaking more fluently, such as slowing down, taking pauses, and using breathing techniques. Personally, I didn't find that much benefit from speech therapy, but then again, maybe I didn't find the best therapist or the best the best method of speech therapy. So mine was more of a group speech. Mine was more of a group speech therapy, and while it did help me understand what other stutterers go through, those who were also in the group, it did not personally help me at that time. So I would say it's not a good approach for me, but it's one that I have read about, and I have seen people mention that there have been improvements from when they went to speech therapy. So let's go to approach number 2, which is CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. And CBT can help you manage anxiety and negative thoughts related to stuttering, which can make the problem worse. So CBT is basically like going to a psychologist or counselor and just talking about your anxiety of a particular subject, or just anxiety in general. And for me, I did go to counseling in the past, but not related to my stutter. I did go relating to just general anxiety. And before we move forward, everyone has anxiety. Some people have it more than others. So I just went because a lot of people were talking about going to a counselor just for your mental health sake. So I went, and it did help with my general anxiety and the issues surrounding that, but no improvements on my stutter. But I guess if I were to go to a counselor and really focus on my stutter, maybe they may be able to help. I'm not really sure. It's not something I'm planning and I haven't even thought about, but since ChatGPT has mentioned it, um, maybe I'll try it one day. Anyway, let's move on to approach number three, which is delayed auditory feedback, which is also known as DAF. And this involves wearing headphones that play a slight delay of your own speech, which can help reduce stuttering by making it easier to speak fluently. So, there are actual devices created to perform this. I think it's called Speech Easy. Basically, just it's a wearable. It's like a hearing aid, but except it's a microphone that goes into your ear, and I'm guessing it works off your phone now. But whenever you talk, it will pick up what you say and play it back to you. So if I say hello, it will wait for about a second or two and then repeat that in my ear. This, as it says, well, it just says it helps reduce stuttering. I don't know about you, but whenever I'm talking and I hear that other people are speaking, it feels as though there's less pressure on my end, so my speech becomes more fluent. So I don't know if it tries to mimic that, but I have tried it in the past. I haven't tried the actual device, which is Speech Easy, but it's very easy to mimic. I might make a video on that one day. So rather than paying that 250 or whatever price point Speech Easy is at, we can probably get one sorted out for about £30. So yeah, I have tried it, and in some situations it does help. I don't know, it kind of helps me forget that I stutter because I'm having to concentrate on something that's so odd. And by odd I mean hearing myself in my ear, which kind of distracts me from my stutter. And it did help here and there, but I just found it, first of all, a hassle to sort out each time. So I had to put that one earphone in, set that up on my app, and then just walk around it throughout the day, just having it turned on. But and then after a while, I just kind of got used to it, and my stutter kind of came back. So I don't know, maybe it could be used in certain speaking situations. So for example, when you're giving a speech and you only use it there and then, or when you're presenting and you use it there and then. But if you have it, if you're using it all the time, I just feel like it's something you just get used to. Anyway, let's move on to approach number 4, which is stuttering modification. This approach involves changing the way you speak to make stuttering less noticeable, such as using smooth, relaxed speech and speaking at a slower pace. I'm sure this is something that everyone has definitely tried, and like most of you, like me, and most of you, I'm sure we all search the internet on how to kind of reduce our stuttering. And talking slowly, using smooth, consistent speech, these things have been mentioned, and I've definitely tried it. And again, it works, but in certain situations, and yeah, it's not fully consistent, is it? It's not something that's something that you learn once and then you go, aha, that's how you do it. Now I'm cured. No, but I guess it is a useful technique, because if you tell yourself and remind yourself this is what you have to do, you have to speak slower, you have to take your time, you need to speak more smoothly. Maybe by doing that and reminding yourself, you are able to kind of help yourself become more fluent. But this something like this definitely takes a lot of practice. Anyway, let's move on to approach number 5, which is medication. So there are some medications such as beta blockers that can help reduce stuttering, but they are typically used as a last resort and only in conjunction with other therapies. So, I've never heard of this one, and I've never attempted any medication for my stuttering. I don't even think there was such medications to take. But the fact that they've said this is a last resort and only in conjunction with other therapies makes it sound that this is something that's prescribed or is something that is only used in very severe cases. So for the general stuttering population, this might not be the best approach. Definitely do your own research on this. I'll probably make a video on this because it's mentioned and I've never really heard of this. But any sort of medication that you want to take, please do your own research. Speak to your doctor and so on. But there you have it. This is what ChatGPT had to say when I asked it if it could help cure my stutter. I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you kind of learned something. I guess AI is not there to kind of cure our stutter, but I just thought it would be a fun thing to video and to ask ChatGPT. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to leave a like and please make sure to subscribe because I'll be creating a lot more content revolving around stuttering, something that will help you understand stuttering, stuff that will help you hopefully reduce your stutter, and you can just hear me vent about my own life as a stutterer and just the things I have to go through. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.